Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Triple Threat. I am Big D, and to my right is the California Kid,
Hey, hey.
and he's back. And I was going to use this joke the other week, but since he wasn't here, I guess I'll use it now. He knows about getting his ass whooped by a woman just like Jay Z, the Pike.
Well, yes, I do.
And
Did,
if
did, did you just say hey, hey?
no,
No, yeah, I'm talking to CJ. You said hey, I thought you should have did the whole hey, hey, hey.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
but but at least in
But
Pike's,
the cool thing is that some men actually enjoy getting beat up by women, so it's all good.
This,
but in your defense, Pike, at least Rose is a lot better looking than Beyonce's sister.
ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't even show my face to the public if I was the guy that got his ass kicked by Solange Knowles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather get my ass kicked by Michelle Williams than Solange Knowles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who remembers her?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, like Kelly Rowland, that would suck, but Michelle Williams, if I got my ass kicked by her, I'd be like, oh god.
Kelly Rowland would sort of hurt, I think. I mean, she got some length on her. You know, she could get she could draw back. You know, like
Yeah. Well, so let's do a toss up. Should we get into entertainment first or wrestling first?
Whatever you desire, Horsemeister.
All right, let's get the entertainment out of the way since there's not that many. Um, let's talk about the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
oh yeah, oh man.
I went and saw it finally.
When
Um,
did that come out? Like 3 weeks ago?
about 2 months ago.
Nah. Go ahead.
But it was a good movie. It's just that I think that focused too much on Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy's relationship
They did.
throughout the whole damn movie.
But it's interesting because it is good chemistry, you know.
I mean, it's good
They
chemistry,
speak
but
so well, you know.
it's good
Those actors.
chemistry, but you gotta remember what your real reason for doing the movie. It's a Spider-Man movie, not some comedy romantic movie.
But Spider-Man's usually the main one that has that, though. You don't ever hear about the other ones having that romance quarrel, you know?
Yeah, but you gotta balance it out. You can't like go full fledged like have it
I
there.
agree. Yeah, I agree. You know, I think the reason they did it is because what happens at the end, you know?
Yeah,
They
but
they were trying to give him more strength. I understand that, and you know they're trying to appeal to a wider audience because some
Well, I'm
women
trying
like
to appeal to both
they look
bases. I mean,
they want the love story. A large amount of the audience just want the love story, which but there you know it also I don't think they should spend that much time on it, but it was there.
yeah.
You know, it's like they did spend a lot of time on it. You know.
yeah, but as for like some of the good things about the movie, I would say fight scenes were good. Jamie Foxx's Electro was awesome.
He was excellent. He was
He
really
was
good.
fantastic. He really shined in that.
The only other gripe I have is that I didn't like his origin story. The whole excessive fan uh, storyline. I mean, concept was just kind of
He
lame.
played that off very well, though, how he did that. Like, he's a nerdy, lonely guy. The whole thing with his obsession with Spider-Man and the birthday cake and all that was just comical.
Yeah, but that was kind of dumb to me, and I think Jamie Foxx is way beyond that now. I mean, back in like the '90s, yeah, that kind of remind me of when he was in Living Color,
Yeah,
but nowadays I just think he's like past that.
I think I think it was okay for him. I think he pulled it off fine. I think he executed it fine. I didn't think it was necessary for the character to be like that, but he pulled it off, and
Yeah.
it did. I know the purpose as to why they wanted us to have a certain sympathy, but I don't think it came about the way they wanted it because in the end, we felt sympathy for the character, but then like he was so pathetic to the point where we like it's almost unrealistic how pathetic he was. It was a little too.
And that was one of the craziest hairstyles I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was.
I couldn't stop looking at the hair before he turned it. I was just like, what the fuck?
It was a little too over the top. Like the character, they made the character a little too over the top. It was a little
And
too
let it be
much.
known that if you get struck by electricity, your gap will be fixed.
Yeah, that's that. But when he became Electro, it was excellent. I mean, he was the man. I mean, he owned that.
Yeah, when he got serious, he was awesome.
It was
and
awesome.
also, what was the actor then they played Harry Osborn?
Dane DeHaan.
Yeah, he blew James Franco's.
He did.
I mean, I've been a fan of his for a while now. If you go watch Chronicle, that movie he's in, it's basically the same character, just like villain. The only difference is, Harry Osborn's rich and all that, but it's the same thing. Tormented, it just becomes evil, and he stole the show to me.
He was really good in that role. I especially.
Fantastic.
I especially like the elevator scene. That was just when he catches Gwen Stacy in the elevator by surprise. It's just like he seems to be lurking around every corner. That's what made it so cool in the movie.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
He didn't just build a bromance when he kept playing with telling Electro, I need you. You need me?
Well, at that point, he really did. Like, dude,
it's a spider.
they were about to like. I love it when he walked into the office though. That was crazy when they walked the office and he just had Electro kill the guy for a second.
And he goes like, the power's yours.
That was funny.
Oh, and that, like you said, BD, about the fight scene. That first fight scene with Spider-Man and Electro was awesome.
Yeah, the one
when
at
he's
Times
when he's in the middle of the Times Square, whatever, and how they did that was so cool.
They really gave a lot of thought to the physics of it. To the physics of everything really made sense. They really took the time to really think out how this stuff would happen. And how what conducts electricity and how water disperses it. They really took the time to look into the science of it before they just delved into it.
And again, that soundtrack was so fucking weird.
Yeah, that was odd.
That was just weird music, like the whole thing with Electro's like.
Yeah, that was really strange.
Yeah.
It's strange, and it felt like a video game. That's what it felt like. You finish one villain, and then the next villain just pops right back up, just pops right up.
Yeah, but one thing I will say though about the music is that I've been waiting, and this will never happen, but I wish it would. I've been waiting for somebody to do a rendition of the animated series theme, like a better rendition of the theme from the animated series from the 90s. Oh my God, that would be awesome. I've been waiting for that.
The Spider-Man cartoon?
Yeah, the one from the 90s. Yeah. That was. I wish they would do a rendition of it. I wish they would just do a nice rendition of it in the movie on it.
I think they did. Wasn't that like his ringtone?
Was it? No, that was
like the Spider-Man.
The 80s one. That was like the one, the 70s one, like Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I would love for them to do a rendition of the 90s one. That thing is hot. Like it was just like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
But also another gripe is Rhino was in it way too short. I didn't really see the point of bringing him in. I mean, I know they were trying to promote the Sinister Six movie, but for what they gave us, they might as well have just killed them off and just like show what's his name get the suit instead of that whole confrontation and the ending like that.
I would have had like him looking at the suit in the room, like maybe something like that where you don't get to see him in it, but maybe you know.
Yeah, kind of like what they did in Iron Man with Rhodey. Rhodey saw the War Machine suit.
Like next time, I mean, I like that small little comic relief there, and I wish I would like to have seen more of Rhino.
Yeah. But I don't know. I give the movie. I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10.
That's hot. Yeah.
I give it I like how you grade it. I don't grade it that way. I give it a strong recommend buy. But if it helps to our people listening, if it helps, watch Spider-Man 3 first, then watch this.
Yeah. Then you'll be giving it a solid 8 like the rest of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this was definitely an 8. I mean, you know.
Can you at least admit that Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry is way better than Toby and Kirsten Dunst ever was?
Yeah, definitely.
Even though I still prefer Emma Stone as Mary Jane.
Yeah, she was Mary Jane. She was
a little better with red hair.
Yeah, but
and wasn't that scene just
but her
rough,
voice
though,
worked
when
for the
she
role.
died?
Huh?
I mean, wasn't that scene just rough though when she died?
Well, Gwen Stacy death in the comic was kind of rough too.
Well,
I
obviously,
mean, it was the same thing, but
I'm saying it was just like, damn.
Yeah.
You can't help but just feel bummed the hell out, just like Jesus.
Yeah, it made sense the way she caught it. You know, it made sense. You know, but
yeah,
it's just brutal, man. Like spine snap.
I can't wait for Sinister Six. I think it's gonna be great.
What was that?
The Sinister Six. He can.
I think Sinister Six is gonna be great.
That's what I'm thinking about. How in the world are they gonna do this without Spider-Man?
I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, it's gonna be. I'm sure Spider-Man will at least appear, but it's gonna be like how Avengers was, only some of the villains side, where you get to understand, like you get to see the chemistry, like sure they're gonna butt heads and find out who's gonna be the main focus and like who's gonna get cocky. You know, it's like
I can see it working.
I mean, you see how the group's being developed. That's what I think.
I can see
you
it.
don't really see that with villains, so I'm very intrigued how they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I can see it working like if they do it Reservoir Dogs style, or like so that it's kind of, if they do it from the perspective of villains to a point where it's actually appealing and the characters are interesting. If they do it right, it could be a hit. If they do it right, if there's
you do it right. I think you got an interesting person working on the movie. I believe it's that dude who made Cabin in the Woods. So
yeah, it's got it.
And then the other fun part is finding who's gonna play who.
Yeah, like I still don't know who's gonna play Dr. Octavius.
I still think dude from No Country for Old Men should play him.
He could. Oh yeah, that would be excellent.
You know what I'm talking about? It's the bad guy from Skyfall.
Yeah.
I think he can nail that.
Man, he'd be excellent.
Yeah, just throwing my hat out there on that one, Sony.
Wow.
Speaking of Marvel movies, before we move on to the next topic, I want to get y'all thoughts about news that what's the dude's name from 22 Jump Street? Channing Tatum.
No, yeah, Channing. Yeah. Tatum. Yeah.
Might be Gambit.
I think he is going to be Gambit.
They already confirmed it?
Yeah, they already confirmed it's supposed to come out before, that movie's supposed to come out before Apocalypse.
So he's going to be in the next Wolverine movie?
I believe that's the thing. Like, he's gonna have his own movie.
Why don't they go with the guy they had before?
He's going to have his own movie.
Yeah, he's gonna get his own movie.
How is he going to get his own movie?
How is Channing Tatum going to do this? How does Channing Tatum do this?
Studios love that mofo.
I'm just saying, he's not the guy.
I was sitting there watching the 22 Jump Street trailer before Days of Future Past. I'm like, seriously, this dude's gonna be Gambit?
I don't see it.
How the hell is that gonna work out?
I mean, I understand the movie was a flop, but the actor they got was decent for from Wolverine Origins. Like, he was good.
Like Vance's cousin Reed, hi Reed, if you're listening, please be listening. He said the same thing. Like, why couldn't he just get Taylor Keith to do it? He was awesome as Gambit, you know.
Well, I think
I agree. I thought he was a great Gambit.
That's the guy. That's the guy, man.
He had the whole swag and everything with it.
Well, I was going to get into it when we talk about Days of Future Past on the next episode, hopefully. The reason is because they want to wipe everything away from the pretty much killed everything from Origins and the Wolverine. Wolverine pretty much is nothing now. It's not retcon or anything. But now the Wolverine has nothing to do with the series, nor does Last Stand, and a few bits and pieces of X-Men X2.
I mean, I just kind of see him in the outfit. If he can pull off a decent Cajun accent, you know.
I don't see it.
I mean, just, he proved me wrong at 21 Jump Street, so I don't know.
Gamut's skinny and he's like, he's taller and he has that jacket and
it just proves to me that Hollywood doesn't know what they're doing.
How tall is Gambit supposed to be?
Gambit's like 6'1"?
He's tall.
Gambit's tall and lanky, and
I think he's taller than Wolverine.
Yeah, he is.
Well, let me ask you this.
He's way taller than
Would you
Wolverine.
rather play that, or back not too long ago, there was rumors that he was going to take Hugh Jackman's spot as Wolverine?
Oh, no. Oh, hell no.
That's even worse.
Because Hugh Jackman even said at one point he would have Channing Tatum take the torch.
Ooh, no.
No.
That's what I wanted to hear.
If he drops that role, that's the end, man. That is the end.
But he feels revigorated now, so I think he's going to keep doing it a little bit
Well,
longer.
they already said he's going to be in there for long.
For him, they threw the money down.
A little bit before that he was thinking about.
I think that's why a lot of people from First Class are upset, especially what's her name, played Mystique.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, and now she's saying she wants to get out of the series.
They said that, and they said that they were going to try to get her own spinoff.
Here's my thing, like,
What?
if they can, like, okay, the Gambit thing's I don't see why nobody sees this, but the Gambit thing's gonna be a huge blow if they blow Gambit, because Gambit's actually pretty popular. I think
very popular. There's been one of the main characters I've been wanting to see for a while now, and they had a little bit of that with Origins. And
his interactions with Rogue are priceless, and the freaking, that's part of the whole. I mean, having these people watch X-Men the cartoon or read the comic books, Gambit's the man.
I've been saying for years where the fuck Jubilee's been.
Oh yeah.
That pisses me off. I really like Jubilee. They can't squeeze Jubilee in at all.
Well, she was in X-Men 2, but they cut her scene, and it was one of the deleted scenes. So I think that was the one where they were at the museum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she had like a little line, but it was cut from the movie, and it was one of the deleted scenes on the DVD.
Well, I say it's like I've been wrong.
And they did on Comic Book Cast. They showed the concept art for the movie.
She wears a yellow jacket.
She was in like some black kind of thing. But if you saw the movie, you understand why. But they did have the concept art for Jubilee.
I'll say I've been wrong about comic books. Like, if they're doing it with him with Tam, I want to see at least a trailer first. But right now, it's like, no.
Yeah, I don't see that in.
But my wife, aka Magic Mike fan number 1, is very excited.
Like I said,
I even asked her right quick, are you gonna go see 22 Jump Street with me? He said, well, he's not gonna be naked, so no. So I told her about Gary, and she said, oh, really? So,
Did she see Day of Future Past?
She did, yes. I'm glad you asked.
Did she like that one scene with?
Perspective. She actually did go see it with me.
Did she like that one?
We shot the hell out of me. And
did she like that one scene with Hugh Jackman?
Yes. She's not that. She likes Hugh Jackman. She's not a big Hugh Jackman fan, but she wasn't complaining. And she didn't. She knows of X-Men. She saw Origins Wolverine with me. Saw a little bit of the Wolverine and First Class. She knows a little, but she really liked it. So and she liked Magneto. So and she liked Charles.
Charles.
So, but she liked it, so I thought she was gonna hate it, but she dug it, so I was happy.
Yeah, sad thing is, we like we want to see. Like I said, I will be watching this movie as well. And I will
Which one,
be.
which one, Gambit or?
No,
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future
Oh,
Past.
we're talking Days of Future Past. Okay.
I'm gonna go see it.
Go ahead.
I said once I go see it, I'll go into detail about my thoughts on it. But
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it?
no,
he hasn't seen it. That's why.
Freaking bad, man.
been
That's
busy
why-
a couple of. No, I haven't. Nothing's been spoiled for me. I'm just.
That's why I was. That's all I said. The Hugh Jackman scene. That's why.
You haven't seen it. Like Fassbender as Magneto, young Magneto, brilliant. Again.
We're not gonna talk about it
and
yet.
like, it's not just him, but to me, McAvoy and young Charles David,
Right, we're not talking about it.
Okay, I know
now.
I just tell him right quick, calm down. I'm not gonna be like this.
Let's move along.
Like,
Then.
you shut up, host. I'm talking to Zeke. You'll love it, Zeke. You'll love it, Zeke. I promise you.
Okay.
All right.
And stay after the credits.
Okay.
All right. Let's get on to the next topic. We didn't get to touch on it in the last show, but I want to talk a little bit about Gotham, the new show that's coming out this fall and falls based on the Gotham before Bruce Wayne became Batman, back when he was still young and after his parents' death. But it's going to focus more on Gordon and his him as a I think is it detective right now?
Yeah, detective.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder how many people who've seen the preview realize that he did the voice of Batman in Batman Year One. The guy playing Gordon.
Wow.
Like, see, not many people know that because you've seen Batman Year One, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
I did not know he was the guy.
Voice of Batman is playing Gordon because remember Gordon in the cartoon was Bryan Cranston, Walter White, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I showed it to the trailer to Fancy, and you know what the first thing she said? Isn't that the kid from the OC?
Wow.
And I had to say, like, yes, it is.
Yeah, but he wasn't in there that much.
No, but, what, in the Gotham preview?
No, I meant in Batman Year One, he wasn't in there that much.
No, I'm saying, like, she recognized him from the OC.
Yes, I know that. I said that he was not in the movie that much.
Yeah, see, he was in there quite a bit, though, in Year One.
Yeah, but it was mostly Gordon.
Well, of course it was mostly Gordon, it was Gordon's story, but, Batman had a little bit there, really shine at the end,
Yeah, the end was.
Yeah.
So it was really gorgeous. But, yeah, Gotham, I can't wait to see it. I'm really anticipating seeing it.
I'm actually a little intrigued.
I'm still on the fence about it. I just don't see what they're going to go with because if Bruce is still going to be a kid at this time and he's not going to be Batman and it's just going to be Gordon fighting the gangsters, then it's really not going to be nothing that special. I mean, yeah, they got some of the villains in there, but to me, it just seems like they're going to focus more on the gangsters and like somebody else was saying that, we already have enough stuff like that. We got Boardwalk Empire, we got
and it's not rated PG.
It's really you really see it more on cable and
True
premium. You don't really
Detective.
see it on like the broadcast stuff.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I don't understand. Gordon's cool and all, but like someone said, you take him with like some dose. You can't like overflow with everything Gordon because it's gonna get boring most of the time.
Well, I'm sure Gordon's gonna have that, but it's also I'm sure it's gonna shine on Bruce and how he's dealing with all that. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, but that's gonna get that might get boring most of the time because I doubt he's gonna go and train with the where he trained to be a ninja and all that. Because he's still a kid, and if I remember correctly from the animated series, he didn't go start learning to train to be a ninja till he was like in his teens.
Yeah, it was like teenage. Yeah.
Well, it's okay, Big D. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna watch it. I said that
I just think like this is gonna be DC's new bread and butter right now because they're banking on the fact that Arrow's a success and now Flash is coming and now you got Gotham. That's going to be, if they can pull this off, I mean, that's a trifecta right there.
The thing about it is they're going to have to take, if they try to do this Gotham series, they're really going to have some fantastic acting and writing.
And plus,
yeah, you have a great story.
And plus, how the hell are they going to do Joker? I mean,
That's
with Joker's origin story, they don't know which story to go with the family man that got screwed up by the mob or with the comic. I mean, you can't tell what they're going to do.
Here's the thing about Joker, like it.
He wasn't even mentioned at all in that preview that tells you right there, you know.
I don't think they should. I wish they wouldn't touch on the Joker because the thing about the Joker is that in what was supposed to be canon but didn't actually turn out to be canon, where he himself, the comedian, they don't even name him. There's just this comedian that the guy, he talks about how it happened, how he became the Joker, but he tells the psychiatrist that he tells what's her name, Harley, he tells her that. Yeah, he tells her that every time he replays it or he tries to think about it, it comes back to him in a different way every time, so he doesn't really know. Like, the whole thing is it's a myth. Nobody knows. He doesn't even know how he became the Joker. That's the whole thing. It's like different story. He tells everybody a different story every time that happens. He tells somebody a different story because it comes out differently every time. I don't think they can give us a definitive story on.
I mean, I just don't understand. I mean, the only people that seem like it's going to be some kind of difference is Nigma and Penguin, and everybody else is like Poison Ivy's a kid, which I don't understand since her origin story is she doesn't become Poison Ivy until she has an accident. Yeah. So that pretty much says they're going to mess up.
Well, it doesn't really show her the accident. She's just showing what it stands to a plan. I mean.
Yeah. But how does Bruce, like, that's another thing. You don't.
I mean, the only one that had, in similar to what they are when they're grown up is Catwoman. That's it. Yeah. But, we'll find out.
He even said, like, the plan is to go at least 5-6 seasons, and the final episode will be him growing up putting on the Batman suit. That's what I heard.
If they make it that far.
I mean, it's not like. They might. I mean, I guess what they're trying to do is they're trying to pull off a Smallville. Yeah. But I mean, Smallville was a hard thing to do. They really they really played like pretty much chicken with the actual story in that. Like in the end, everything comes together neat and packaged so that it fits.
They must got Bob Kane's permission to put him in the suit because I remember. Smallville's problem was they couldn't put him in the suit.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get the rights from
it happened at the
DC end. Until the end.
Yeah, until they were satisfied. I don't blame them. Until now Smallville is actually canon because it actually
it's not packaged.
It fits. It packaged everything. Yeah. And it got everything makes sense so that, it actually can be, it actually does make sense in conjunction with the regular story. But, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? They want to do.
I think it also has a lot to do with the fact of how successful Arrow is.
Pretty much.
Like why they're doing it,
Yeah, but I just hope they're not rushing into it without thinking about what they're trying to do. Like. Oh, some old guy's not sitting there. Like, just give us a series about Gotham. It's gonna sell. People like Batman. No. People like Batman. Exactly. But you're doing a series called Gotham, and you're basing on Richard Gordon. It better be damn good. Like there better be some damn good stories. It better not mess up the actual story of Batman. The traditional story of Batman. If it fits in the traditional story of Batman, we don't have a problem with you showing certain villains. But there's just certain things that you don't have to allude to. Like, you don't have to, if you're going to show Poison Ivy, you don't have to allude to her powers or anything. Maybe she just likes plants, because she's into that kind of thing, becomes an activist. We understand that. Okay, that fits. The Riddler works at the place where he comes up with these puzzle ideas, wherever he's doing. That's fine as long as it's kept within context. He should not become the Riddler in the series. He should not call himself the Riddler. My God, you guys got to find ways to sell it without actually ruining the order of the story for us.
Yeah.
There are ways around it. I mean, this could be good, but then again, it could be very bad.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Other than that, we really love the trailer.
Yeah.
You know.
Good trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good trailer.
Yeah, we know Jaden Smith's ready for it with his white Batman costume.
It's gonna have to have some good mob stories.
Can't forget Roy is so excited about it.
Yeah. It's gonna just have to be.
Trailer, I shared that, the post of that trailer, and he commented on it. Was so excited. And then Mike Cross even commented on it.
Seriously?
Yeah, Mike, who I have not talked to in forever. Not that there's beef or anything. I just haven't talked to him. He even went on there and said it looked awesome.
Yeah, Mike's gonna be watching from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, Mike Cross moved to Las Vegas.
When did he do that?
Like a couple of weeks ago.
Why?
Wow.
I don't know.
Mm.
I talked to him before he left. It was like cool. Great guy, Mike Cross. Great guy, man.
Cool.
All right, time to get into some wrestling, but before we get to payback thoughts, let's talk about this little item that came up. First, let's talk about this little bit of tidbit. Apparently, the plan for Ric Flair when he comes back is that the WWE officials want him to manage The Miz, but Flair wants to manage Dolph Ziggler, who right now is eating in the doghouse, or nobody really gives two shits about him.
He might as well just live in the doghouse. This is like the 10th time he's in the doghouse.
Shoot.
I'll say this like I said on Facebook. I don't understand why. I mean, the report says that the reason why they don't want Dolph and Flair together is because they're too afraid of what both Flair and Ziggler would do. That both of them are like, you know, they could say anything on the mic that's probably not good, and they think putting Miz with Flair would keep Flair in check, which is kind of dumb to me. I mean, that would help Dolph a lot better if he had Flair with him, and it would be money.
Yeah.
And it would make more people like Dolph. A lot of people like Dolph as it is now, but it would put him more over than when Flair was with AJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was I don't know why they did that.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it's not like AJ needed him.
It wasn't bad until they started making him dress like Flair.
Yeah, that was too much.
Then it got too much.
Yeah.
But
on the hairstyle.
However, we did get, with Flair being in TNA, we did get one of the greatest scenes in Ric Flair history.
You're going to talk about Black when she is done what Jay Lethal did, aren't you?
I'm just throwing a mention.
Yeah, but they said that, but it said that's the reason why he's not going to be with Flair. You guys got any thoughts about that?
I wish they would just bite the bullet and put all three together.
I
just think that'd be so, because it's been rumored, but that was another rumor they were going to have Miz and Ziggler together, just being pissed off, and and then you had Flair, that would be interesting. I don't understand. And then I don't even think Miz really needs that. Needs Flair. Dolph needs Flair. And I just don't understand if they hate Ziggler that much.
Here's my question. Would you rate where would you rate Dolph Ziggler and Damian Sandow on the Shelton Benjamin scale?
Storyline wise, I think Sandow's pretty low, but behind the scenes Ziggler right now.
Yeah.
Shelton territory. I mean, and that's sad. Really? You said you went with Benjamin? You couldn't have gone with Charlie Haas? I mean,
my bad.
That's so sad. You're an asshole, CJ.
I just.
Well, at least you didn't say Marty Jannetty, right?
No, I don't. No.
Well, I think with Sandow, if that's on the screen, behind the screen, yeah, Ziggler's the one that's way low in Benjamin territory.
Yeah.
Damn shame.
But
so I just think that's BS, the whole thing, like what they're going to say. They just don't want him to be with Ziggler because Ziggler's down there in the doghouse.
Yeah, that sucks. And some other news that broke last night before the recording this broadcast. Apparently, Jim Ross was in the hospital. Apparently, he had a significant health scare and went into the hospital yesterday he was asked by his wife after feeling fatigue and somewhat disoriented.
Oh,
Which is
man.
kind of sad because I think Monday was like his first time being a broadcaster for I think it was Fox Sports. He did like a commentary for a boxing match.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Jim Ross is moving on up and doing more things other than that one man show, which I wish he would come to Atlanta and do, because if he did come to Atlanta and did that, I would go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we wish him a very, very speedy recovery.
Definitely.
One quick question, going back to the story before, just right quick. With the whole doghouse thing, what the hell keeps Ziggler going?
I don't. The money. The checks.
He can't be getting paid that good compared to others.
I guess from our perspective, you have to look at it like, okay, I'm getting paid $100,000 a year to go out there and lay down for somebody. Ultimately, no matter how much I love the business, how much I want to be a good wrestler, or how much I want my history to be remembered as a success, I'm still getting paid $100,000 a year just to go around the country and wrestle. I don't have to bag groceries, as Hulk Hogan would say. I don't have to work at a store or anything. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do.
I guess after you do what you want, work out, do your little stand-up thing that he does.
Yeah, you go out there, you do what they tell you to do, and they pay you.
I love to see one of his stand-up shows.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, it's gotta be. I mean,
we should totally do that, man.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. All right.
I bet he's funnier than Tosh.0.
Wow.
I just don't like the son of a bitch. What can I
say?
What, Tosh.0?
I can't stand him.
He hates Tosh.
And then they just flat out everybody racist.
He just seems like a dick to me.
He does come across a real douche to me. Sometimes.
I think I hate him a little less than Dane Cook.
Well, I didn't know you hate Dane Cook.
Dane Cook I used to love him. Then he just started, you know. But yeah, like I said, I love to see a Ziggler comedy show. You want to go see a Ziggler comedy show?
I want to see a Mick Foley comedy show.
Yeah, I would go to a Mick Foley.
Yeah, I heard he's funny too.
I would go to a Mick Foley.
Yeah.
That's a wrestling fan kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. RVD too.
Oh yeah, Art Rob, shoot.
Yeah, they say RVD does that, and John Morrison does that.
Oh my God.
I don't know about Morrison.
Yeah, maybe if I'm drunk, maybe. not drunk, but drinking some chocolate milk, getting chocolate wasted.
Wow.
That's the one thing I remember from watching that Adam Sandler movie growing up. Chocolate wasted.
Yeah, chocolate wasted, yeah.
That's all I remember.
All right. Let's get on into Payback. Was a few Sundays ago. I sat and watched this, and this was really, other than the main event, kind of boring. The only good matches were the Last Man Standing and the main event. But let's run down.
I have a serious opinion about that Last Man Standing, but go ahead.
Do we really need to talk about the Mask vs. Hair match?
No, well,
he's
going to be Leprechaun, that's all you got to
say. El Toro won that.
Yeah.
The United States title match, Cesaro versus Sheamus. Decent match. It was okay.
I caught it. It was. I think it was hard hitting. It It was a very, very hard hitter.
Yeah.
It was stiff.
Didn't like the ending though. What the fuck was that? What was him doing the Kelly Kelly?
I don't know.
But Sheamus won that. Then they had a added match with Ryback and Curtis Axel versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
Ryback.
Yeah, they won, and then after the match, Cody pretty much said that, Goldust deserved to find a better tag partner.
It's like the opposite of Daniel Bryan thing. The whole, it's just saying, I'm not the weak link, I am the weak link.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next was Rusev. Yeah. Next was Rusev versus Big E. Didn't really care about this match.
No, me neither.
He's growing on me. Rusev's growing on me.
I mean, he's a beast, but,
Yeah, it's like when I see those two together, him and Lana, every time it puts me in the mood to watch Rocky 4. That's what I think. I think Drago when I see Rusev,
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
That and Lana's a hell of a lot better than Bridget Nielsen.
I just think we gotten way past the era where they do a lot of political statements and wrestling gimmicks. I mean, yeah, we're having tension.
They feel like they're trying to bring it back with that.
That's what I'm saying. But we know we're having tension with Russia. We know about the whole thing. Yeah. Why do we have to play into it? I mean,
They really have to keep bringing up Putin, though.
Yeah, that's them trying to play into American.
You know how Vince is. I mean,
Vince is very patriotic.
The whole thing where the whole thing going on in one country, they were bombing them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know how that's how Vince is, which is like,
You know how Vince is. He's very romanticized in his patriotism. He's very romanticized about it.
And winner was Rusev. Then next was another added-on match at the pay-per-view. I guess during the round table talk, Kofi was challenged by Bo Dallas, and he accepted the match. The match kind of got started, but then Kane came out. Bo Dallas snuck out the ring, and basically Kofi got the shit kicked out of him by Kane, and the match didn't start. It was a no contest. Bo got back in the ring and talked about how Kofi was going to get better and all that. Honestly, I really don't get his character. His character is like Simon Dean, but you can't tell if he's heel or not.
Fancy hates that character so much.
I don't get it either.
She don't usually pay that much attention to other folks, but it's like Bo Dallas just drives her nuts. And for me, it's just
here's
the idea is to be this annoying heel, just annoying as hell. But you're coming up trying to be a face, then mission accomplished,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand.
He's just annoying.
I know. I understand what, look, I understand I have to Bo-lieve, but what am I Bo-lieving in? If I don't know if this guy is good.
In the air that an egg can be a bird.
Yeah.
Or that other weird shit he says.
Yeah, I'm just like, am I supposed to Bo-lieve in you as a face, or am I supposed to Bo-lieve in you as a heel, or am I just supposed to Bo-lieve that
you... Are you a heel, but you think you're a face?
Or am I supposed to Bo-lieve that you don't believe what you are? I don't know.
It's like, there's a lot of question marks with him.
Yeah.
Well, that's right now, I believe.
You look at him, and then you look at his brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you need to just beat the hell out of him for a while or something.
I don't know.
Why didn't you just add him to the stable?
I know.
That would have been better.
Sure he's a good reason why he got pulled in the main roster.
I mean, to me that kind of be better if they had added him to the Wyatt family.
That would have been way better.
He would have been like
that would have helped him out so much better.
He would have been
the spiritual figure.
No, he would have been like the kid.
Flower style.
No, he would have been like he would have been like the Kidman to Raven's flock.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah. He could have been. Yeah.
Now the Flower Child, I was thinking that maybe Emma could have played that
She
instead
could.
of that stupid gimmick she's doing with Santino now.
They do need to expand the Wyatts.
You know, she
Yeah.
could have been like the Flower Child.
You could bring in that other NXT girl, what's her name, Bailey. On NXT, she hugs everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been perfect for the Wyatts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You do need to expand it.
Yeah.
So,
So,
I just Bo. I can't even look at Bo. It's just like, what the fuck?
yeah.
It's just the whole thing with the hugging the opponents afterwards. That's just weird to me.
Mm.
And running around, or everyone's noticing his flabby ass gut. Hey,
I know you were paying that much attention, right?
I did it. It's called reading Facebook comments. That's what you do, don't you?
Moving on, walking to the next match as the Intercontinental title match between California Kid's boy Rob Van Dam versus Bad News Barrett. I gotta say, I'm happy for Barrett because at least he's getting a decent push now after Cena fucked up his push before.
Oh, Cena is fucking up everybody's push.
I love the fact he's very committed to that gimmick.
Yeah. So
he is that gimmick. That is just genius to me how he did that.
Yeah. So
and it's I thought some bad dude. I love how he does that. That's great.
Yeah. But the match was pretty good. Anything with RVD is good. Glad to see Rob did the jump from the outside to the barricade.
I love that. Yeah.
But unfortunately, Bad News Bear got the win.
How old is Rob now?
It's like, God, that's a good question.
He's past 40, ain't he?
He's gotta be.
Yeah, I think he's up
40,
in 40s.
42, 40, yeah.
And the dude all still to be able to do all that? Amazing.
Yeah, he's still moving, man.
He can still whoop somebody's ass now.
Yeah, Rob, yeah.
So we get into the segment with Stephanie and Daniel Bryan and Brie. Basically, it's what we all thought. Brie stopped Daniel Bryan for turning over the belts and pretty much quit WWE. And then she slapped the fuck out of Stephanie McMahon.
I thought for sure she was going to get fired.
Well, she was, but she quit before
she quit, that whole little thing. Yeah, and the slap, go ahead.
Wow. It's like freaking... It's like something...
It felt real when she did it. It looked like she'd been wanting to do that a long time.
It was like something...
I think she did do it for real.
It felt so Miss Elizabeth.
Not for the story. I think she really meant that,
I think Stephanie told her to do it for real.
Yeah, Steph probably was like, hit me. Just hit me.
But this could have been saved for a Raw. Didn't really need to be on a pay-per-view. I guess it was just a way to get Daniel Bryan on the pay-per-view, thinking that'll help sell buy rates for it.
Yep.
You think he's gonna be okay to wrestle soon, or do you think it's gonna still take some time?
We'll talk about that in a minute. But
yes, sir. Question. I mean, shit.
But it was just, it could have been shown on Raw. It didn't really need to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into this one. The last man standing match with John Cena and Bray Wyatt.
Jesus.
Good match. A lot of good spots, especially with Harper and that one who I forgot who it was on the top rope, and they did the suplex through two tables. That was freaking nice. But honestly, why does John Cena need the Usos? I mean, I know because of Harper and Rowan.
Still,
it's just dumb. I mean,
well, what I'm trying to understand in all this is,
and also they haven't. I mean, it would make sense if they did a storyline with the Usos and the Wyatts, and it would make sense. But they didn't do a storyline before they did the match.
No, there's just spaces.
seem like they threw them
So
together.
their faces, they'll just work together. Their faces. My whole problem is this with this whole situation. Everything since WrestleMania has just been wrong to me. Like, you got look at all these great promos and all this work that he's putting in, that Bray is putting into this. Like, look at all this build they keep giving these matches between Bray and John Cena. What is the point of letting Cena continue to go? I just don't understand it. What is the point? It's making Bray look mediocre.
Very mediocre.
It's killing his build. Like, you thought Cena messed up freaking you think John Cena messed up Barrett. Oh my god. He's just killing Bray. I mean, dude, like, I just don't understand WWE's mentality and wasting a good character like Bray. If you don't want him to go over on John Cena, and yet you want like him to stay over, feud him against somebody else. If you have no intention of jobbing him against John Cena is just killing the character. It's taking away the seriousness of this character. He should have won at WrestleMania. Then he could lose at this one. Or whatever, John Cena comes back to get his legacy or whatever it is. Like, they could have did that, but it would have meant more for the character. What a waste. What a stupid waste of good character.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's just wasting it. Like, Bray is wasting time right now, and they're killing his character. Like, they're making him into a joke. That's stupid. You know, I can't take him seriously now because no matter how good his promos are, I know he can easily just be beaten. With enough hope and enough heart, you just beat Bray Wyatt. It's easy. No matter how threatening he is, it's easy. That's the message that they are communicating to us. If they're listening, that's fine, because I'm telling them now they suck. Because that's like 101. If you want a good villain, the villain has to stay ahead of the hero so that the hero has something to reach for. If the hero is just killing the villain every which go way around, it just becomes boring. It's like a freaking serials, like John Cena's fucking Superman. My God, this is stupid. I'm glad. That's the dumbest. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. It was stupid.
You got anything else to add, Pike?
Well, so I kind of figure. Has Cena ever lost last man standing?
I know he beat JBL.
He beat JBL.
He beat Orton, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat Orton too.
That's all I needed. I know it. He still does Orton for him. They let Bray Wyatt beat him last month or whatever. Month before that, whatever.
Did he beat Orton? Did he beat Orton?
He beat Orton. The only person John Cena couldn't beat was CM Punk. John Cena.
I don't think they had a last man standing.
No, they didn't. No. But, I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I don't hate John Cena. I'm more or less just the fact that, like, you're killing a great character just because you think that that's going to keep over your main star as you think he is. When are they going to sit up and realize that John Cena is not the main star anymore? Like, he's always going to be money. He's always going to be one of the top guys. But there are other people on the show. Daniel Bryan's like worlds ahead of him right now.
Yeah, but unfortunately Daniel Bryan's hurt.
Yeah,
so
they
don't really have nobody else.
Yeah, well, still, that's no reason to kill Bray Wyatt's character. They need
I'm not even gonna say he's totally killed yet.
They're doing it. Oh, they're
saying like now, they just. I'm glad the feud is over.
Yeah, because it really killed Bray's momentum.
Now they can bounce off to other things. Because I think he's one of the few guys, Bray Wyatt is, who can talk his way out of this.
I don't know if he can now. He lost twice.
I think he can. I think of a lot of guys that he's the one of the very few ones that can.
How do you go to all this effort and make all these promos and threats and stuff? You come out and attack him several times, and you can't beat the guy? And you're just coming into the company, you're just getting up there, and you're supposed to be like, this guy could be your main heel on the show, and you're killing him. I mean,
well,
my God.
at least it wasn't 3, and now we had that one win.
That was shit. Yeah.
But I hope Bray Wyatt's bounced back, and I wonder if the crowd's gonna keep singing that song.
Maybe they will just to keep him alive. I hope they do because he's on the verge of death now.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
I watched the show because his promos are good, but right now his character has no credibility. He has no credibility. He can't beat John Cena.
He has beaten John Cena.
He has beaten John Cena.
No, he hasn't beaten John Cena. He hasn't beaten John Cena.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know.
He threatens to destroy John Cena. They used to do this. They used to let the guy prove his point and destroy somebody so the face could come back and be reborn. Dude, if you're going to threaten to destroy John Cena's career, let's see some proof. Where is it?
Well,
look at it this way, Bray Wyatt. You're in the same group as Edge, Nexus, and Orton, Batista, Triple H. Who else we need?
Oh, God, the numbers go on and on. I mean, John Cena.
Michaels.
Yeah, Michaels. Of all people.
A lot of folks.
They've let John Cena run over everybody. And it's not that I don't...
Del Rio.
Yeah, Del Rio, too. They let him kill Del Rio. It's just... Okay, he's your hero. I get it. But, dude, like this... In this particular instance, you got a really... Zack Ryder, yeah. You got a really credible talent here. Like, Bray's one of the reasons I even watch Raw. Like, just because I really... He's good. I mean, Husky Harris is killing it.
Dolph.
Yeah, Dolph. Yeah, he got Dolph, too.
Yeah, Dolph.
He got Damon Sandow during his big run.
Yeah,
got Kane.
Yeah, he got Kane. He killed Kane.
No one got killed worse than Sandow, though.
Yeah.
The money in the bank and shit.
Oh, God, Sandow got.
But now that was a killing.
That was a killing. That was bad.
I rethink your question you asked me earlier about the Shawn Benjamin thing.
Yeah, it's
At
just...
least that didn't happen to Dolph.
Yeah, at least he didn't get shot down from the top. You know, it's like the ultimate fall, like when you're considered main, like Damien Sandow was on the verge of being main event, and then like all of a sudden he faces John Cena and he drops down to the very bottom of the barrel. It's like,
I'm now shooting basketball.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I feel bad for the fucker, you know.
Those paychecks must be nice. I mean, they gotta be some pretty paychecks. I mean, man, I would love to see one.
Even though you barely have time to spend it.
Yeah, I would love to see one though.
Gotcha.
But anyway, Cena wins by actually just Wyatt Barry into a box and then puts another box on top of him, which was stupid.
That was stupid.
Yeah, real creative there.
Okay, so
I'm glad I didn't watch it here.
okay, next match is Paige versus Alicia Fox, which I feel sorry for Paige because they had to fight.
You really like this whole thing, CK?
Here's my thing.
Alicia Fox?
Here's my thing. I didn't like what happened at the event. I thought that what I've liked about Alicia Fox is the intensity.
Intensity? Are you serious?
Let me put this out here. Hold up. Hear me out. The last couple of outbursts were just great in my opinion. It's just like, for me, I'm looking at it. I haven't seen this much animation from one of the divas in a while, where, you know, she's actually trying to get our attention, and that means a lot to me as a viewer, is that she's willing to go that far, you know, that far for it. And, you know, like I said, she seems to be trying to get over as the heel, and I like that. But at the same time, it's just, you know, like I said, yeah, I mean, wrestling wise, man, Paige, man, wow. Like, you know, I just think it's the grounds for a great feud. If you know, I think she just needs to keep up the crazy. Like, but you know, that's what got. Look at Victoria; she was great. Yeah, Victoria was nuts.
Yeah, but the difference is Victoria did it the right way. She whooped women's ass.
Yes, she
She
did.
didn't do crazy shit like drink somebody's beer, grab somebody's crown and hat, and wedgie somebody.
And
I
she
love
stayed
She
on the
actually
barricade. I
beat.
thought for sure she was her ass gonna fall off that barricade.
She basically beat the crap out of women. That's what made Victoria good. It made people
She was
like
backing
her.
up the wrestling and the craziness.
Here's
Yeah,
yeah, and that's the
and
So
thing.
it's
I
tricky
would
with
like
that
to.
with this age because not saying she's as careless as like Cameron, but she's still kind of careless in the ring.
That's what I've noticed. But then I
She's
look
very
back.
dangerous, you know.
she needs to start doing that.
I like, but see that's one of the things I like about watching Alicia Fox because she is dangerous. Like, here's the thing: women's wrestling historically has been dangerous. Women go in there and they're not really properly trained. The earlier women were like this, and they used to go out there and used to watch women get their necks broken. It's part of it. To me, it's all part of the wrestling lore, really. Like, but with her and especially in her role right now, it's kind of like if for those people who ever watched Glow, I remember mentioning this to my friend Fred earlier this week, is that she reminds me of like a Colonel Nanuchka who would go out there. The rest of the girls are like trying to wrestle safe and clean, but she would go out there and like almost kill somebody, and everybody would go to her matches because they knew that during a Colonel Nanuchka match somebody could get killed. That was the whole thing. But yeah, she is careless out there. I get it, but I'm enjoying the intensity. I'm enjoying the madness. I'm enjoying her going around the ring and tearing things apart. I mean, of all the dullness that we get on the show that's just routine, that's something, her taking the ring bell and ringing it and just saying, I am not a loser, just going crazy and throwing stuff. I mean, man, it's something that's just kind of like a breath of fresh air to me when I watch Raw. I mean, God.
It makes me feel like I'm watching Love and Hip Hop or some shit.
It's like watching Springer.
Or Basketball Wives or Mom
It's like
Wives,
watching a Springer outburst.
Football Wives.
yeah, but at least with Springer outburst, we get to see some nudity.
Yeah.
We don't get to see the nudity.
But there's a place for it. This her thing. If she's making it work, she's making it work. But I don't see her with that belt anytime soon.
I don't see her with the belt, but I do see her.
I say like this. I know she's trying, but she's trying way too hard. And like I said, there's good ways and there's bad ways of doing crazy. Both Mickie James and Victoria did it good.
They did.
Yeah.
They were really good.
Focusing on kicking people's asses. And yeah, at least Mickie took it a little bit farther with the whole storyline with Trish.
Yeah, I like that one.
But, it made sense. It was a good story. And like I said, Victoria did crazy by kicking the crap out of the other girls, lesser than her, and that she thought she was better than. And it made sense.
Too.
She was like a...
Yeah, AJ too.
AJ did the crazy thing right too.
But with Alicia Fox, I just think she's listening to too much what Vince and the writers are saying, and it just comes out more as goofy than
I think she needs to win.
Crazy. No, it's not that she needs to win. She needs to come up with.
It's more delusional now.
She needs to come up with something better and work on that instead of trying to come up with some crazy, stupid antics like giving a guy a wedgie or running around doing stupid stuff just to do stupid stuff.
If she had better wrestling ability, which current diva would have made that work?
Natalia.
Rosa Mendez.
Interesting.
She don't even have any wrestling ability.
That's what I'm saying.
If she did have the ability, I get what he's saying. If she did have the ability,
if she had the wrestling ability, she would have been perfect for that.
I think
that one from Modern Family.
I think a good stint and some extra training would do a lot for Alicia Fox. But I'm just voicing, when I talk about Alicia Fox, I'm just voicing my appreciation for the amazing effort. That's just, to keep my attention on a diva situation like that is crazy and is just fraught with like silliness as it was. I was entertained with that. I couldn't turn away from it. It was that good.
I think you're crazy.
He thinks I'm crazy. You were watching. Everybody was. It was good. It wasn't
good.
It was
great.
Was
lame.
She wedgied somebody. I thought it could have been more intense. Like I don't think she should hesitate to rip the covers off of things. So she should just go. Like go. I'm sitting there watching. Like come on, speed it up. Go. Don't hesitate. Like I guess the best part is when she kicked the barricade and scared that kid. I loved it. Mm-hmm. I love that. Oh man, that was great.
But Paige wins, and hopefully this is the end of the feud between her and Alicia Fox. For God's sakes, please get Paige to feud with Natty, please.
They if they do that, they just need to let them wrestle, man. Like
or at least
no story,
just a little bit and finally debut Charlotte.
They could do that. I've heard of that. I've heard her.
I don't think they will since Charlotte already won the NXT title, so I doubt.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
They would do that soon.
I heard that match with those two for her and Natty was great.
Oh, it was amazing. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's what I'm saying. If they do bring her in the feud page. No story. Just go. Let them be what they are. Let them wrestle. Let for just once. Let the wrestling take over. Let them go out there.
Kind of like what Paige did.
Yeah, let the wrestling take over. If they do something like that, they don't need to mix that WWE storyline stuff in there with the divas. There doesn't need to be any diva involvement. Just a short, brief angle. It can be an angle where where it's just a challenge and they go back and forth for about 3 matches. It would be awesome.
Well, Charlotte seems like the one that could probably tell a good story, you know?
Something brief, not too complicated.
Yeah, it don't have to be long, like a little brief, little something to kind of edge your way into the match, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be, well, what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be a big drawn-out story. It just needs to be something concrete.
I agree with you, like keep it brief, but she could tell a little story with it, you know?
The story, I feel like it takes one big moment, and then the story will tell itself in the ring. I really feel like they can tell the story in the ring. It's like those two could tell a really good story in the ring, and I would like to see it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Like I said, either Paige and her, or Natalia or Emma, one of those 3.
Yeah, I'm
glad you had fun, Alicia Fox. You can keep being crazy on SmackDown, but you're done.
I'll tell you a dream match I have. That's not going to happen in WWE. I keep saying Cody is good, but man, I would love to see Cody versus Natty. Oh man, you talk about how technical that could get. Like just how many ways?
Who versus Natty?
Huh?
Who versus
Cody
Natty?
Rhodes.
Really?
I think Cody's good, man. Cody's good.
That'd be a hell of a match.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of my dream matches. I thought about this. I would love to see Cody Rhodes versus Natty. Oh my God!
Yeah, USA won't let that.
No, they wouldn't. But boy, if I'm telling you, if it ever hit air anywhere, it would be good. It would be a technical marvel. Those two could go. Those two would tear it up.
Especially PG era.
Yeah, I hate it. I that's why they're losing ratings. Because that's about more than an intergender match. That's just a technical. They're both so smart. It would be so good to see what they would come up with. Like I would love to see those two go at it. Like all the surprise pins they could come up with and all those clever reversals. Oh man, that'd be good. I'm telling you, that'd be a good match. Cody versus Natty in some respect, that'd be good.
Cheers. Let's get on to the main event, the tag team elimination match between the Shield and Evolution. Let me first off say this.
Can you talk about the blue?
That's what I was about to say. God, stop ruining my opening, brother.
Well, you talk so damn slow. It's like, get on it.
Well, I am when you keep interrupting me.
Did you make it too easy?
I'm
sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, Host Meister, go ahead.
It doesn't matter now. I was going to talk about, good Lord, what the fuck was Batista wearing?
Oh, yeah, that was...
Why in the hell?
Okay, see, you know what I would have said Ninja Turtle.
The Quitter. Batista the Quitter, because I have a movie. Oh, my God.
Batista.
Yeah.
I started seeing it on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I went, oh, wow.
You could tell Triple H was like, what the fuck, Dave?
Wasn't it you? BT said Mega Man?
Well, somebody else was saying that, Mega Man.
But I kept staring at it. I was like, oh my god, you really just don't give a shit anymore, do you?
No, he doesn't.
It would have been better if he had it in green, just like a little way of promoting Guardians. You know?
Oh my god.
I mean,
is he going to be playing Mega Man?
Huh?
Is there a Mega Man movie I don't know about?
He's too big to play Mega Man.
Hey, it's Hollywood. Hey, it is Hollywood. You know Hollywood. Probably know what I'm talking about. We're freaking Mega Man.
Then he told me or something that I wanted to play Mega Man. I was like,
does anyone think that I haven't seen it and I don't know if it's even come out yet, but does anyone think that this Rock Hercules movie is going to be good? Does anybody see that?
I've been posting it, the trailers, because I got Facebook friends who's like my Rock BFF. Hi, Latasha. You're probably not listening, but hi. Who loves The Rock, and I be showing these trailers. I actually do want to see it.
I wonder is it going to be good because I mean he did it.
It's the way they're doing the story and the fact that he's playing them. You can tell he really worked hard on it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with The Rock in movies. It's just that I loved, when he plays in, like, especially during the Iberian era films, like, when he plays kind of a character like this, he can pull it off. I just hope it's not. I hope it works. I hope they tell the story of Hercules' labors correctly.
Better than that Hercules movie that came out earlier this year.
I didn't even see that.
I didn't either. I didn't want to. It looked horrible.
I saw the Blockbuster.
I saw a little bit of the TV show. Remember the Kevin Sorbo TV show?
Oh yeah, that.
I saw a little bit of that, but then Xena started, so I kind of switched.
You know what? Xena killed that show. Like Xena really did.
Xena killed Hercules.
It's just like I think Kevin Sorbo was better as a run-on character with Xena because sometimes he'd be in the episodes and we'd be like, oh my god, he's here.
Yeah, and then the other way around.
Yeah, I love the crossover episodes. However, I'm just like, ultimately I can watch Xena all day, but like Hercules can get a little dry at times for me. It gets dry.
Big enough to be Hercules, you know?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately I did.
You watch the show, did he seem big enough to play that role?
It was fine. I mean, he had me convinced. Just the writing was a little dry for me on that show. It just.
Now you got the Rock playing him. He looks like to me what Hercules is supposed to look like.
It works for me. I think that credit to the Kevin Sorbo episodes, like some of they became too moral, like to me, and like I did like the one about when he got sent back in time by Merlin to see Arthur before he became king. I love that episode, but it just Xena, go Xena if you're gonna try to go back then, go Xena or go Highlander, like.
Yeah, so all those who have Netflix streams, if you never know it, go on Netflix stream or whatever. And type Xena Warrior Princess, you will not be disappointed.
No, it is a good show.
Or Hercules.
Isn't that great that because of Batista's blue outfit, we got to talk about Hercules for a minute?
Yeah.
But sure, Shabbat BD, you said this is the best match one, didn't you?
Yeah. What, you think differently?
No, I was agreeing with you. I was just saying, is there anything else you want to say about it?
Quick mention. The guy.
I didn't think it was going to be 3-0 like that.
Yeah.
Man, me neither.
I thought, like, a lot of people thought it was going to be Roman Reigns by himself.
Yeah.
And the way I pictured it, it was going to be Roman Reigns, Orton, and Triple H. That's how I thought it was going to end.
But they took a lot. All the members of S.H.I.E.L.D. took a lot of shots, especially Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I mean, they kendo stick him.
You see it? I was sent a photo by Clay Ferguson about this man. His back looked fish, man. His back looked awful.
Yeah, they kendo stick him to death at that match.
Roman will take a beating now.
Yeah, he will. He'll bleed. He's bled a lot.
That tells you right there. They're having him prime and ready. They're gonna put stock in him.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, I mean, that dude's crazy as fuck. I mean, he's the new Sabu.
Yeah,
he will sacrifice his body like that. He's the new Jeff.
Tyler Black.
Yeah. all in all, it was a good match. Like Pike said, didn't expect them to do the whole, sweep, but it was pretty much a good match.
Yeah.
I give this pay per view. I give the main event 8 out of 10, and for the rest of the pay per view, I give it Bret Hart 4 out of 10. But
well, I noticed you didn't chime in on the Hercules movie. Are you excited about the Hercules movie?
no.
Okay. Are you at least more excited on that one than Transformers?
Fuck Michael Bay.
Answer that question. Thank you.
Even though I do like Kelsey Grammer.
Okay.
Let's see. We're not gonna go down the rundown on Raw. We'll get some key points. Stephanie came out and pretty much said that Daniel Bryan will, if he's medically clear, will have to face Kane in a stretcher match. People were thinking it was going to be a buried alive match, but
yeah, why not have to go with that?
Why not a buried alive? That would have been way more entertaining.
Why did they change that?
That would have been way more entertaining.
Because they don't know if he'll still be fit to wrestle.
Yeah, I never liked stretcher matches.
Yeah, those buried alive matches get brutal though.
Stretcher matches don't really make any sense.
Yeah, they're just
I never liked them.
I hate stretcher matches. I always have hated them. I mean, with credit due to, I think the best one I did ever see was Sabu versus Rob Van Dam, but
I give credit to Jeff and Matt when they had one.
That was good. That was okay.
The way he landed on that thing was great.
It was good. It just
and if he cannot wrestle, they would have the Money in the Bank ladder match for the titles.
Now that's interesting how she threw that in there like that. It's like they're foreshadowing. It's like they don't really know yet, but it hints that he might not be ready.
Well, news is that his recovery is going slower than WWE expected. So
they're saying he's not feeling his right arm.
Yeah. So
that's
like you can't just let that fly. I mean, neck surgery is serious. I mean,
they need to just let him rest and just.
That's what fucked up Edge.
I hate to say it, just let him rest and just let him come back when he can. And I hate to say it, just strip him already.
They really should. As it is, if this is the kind of news we're hearing, you really need to just vacate it. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, unless he is going to be okay, but I wouldn't even risk it. If he's okay, I'd at least give it a month.
A month or two, at least.
Like I said, that's what fucked up Edge, and now he's retired at home.
Yeah.
So I would just be better safe than sorry. I mean, I know you worked hard getting those belts and everything, but man, think about your health.
Yeah.
So more than likely, even when he comes back, he's going to get him right back. So.
Well, it depends.
Well.
But
then, so hopefully it works out, and they still need to vacate. That's going to be an interesting Money in the Bank.
Well, they had the first qualifier Monday, and it was Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. Everybody.
For example of the doghouse.
Wow.
I mean, come on, didn't he win this thing last year?
It's sad, man.
It wasn't last year.
It was the year.
Oh, yes.
Or was it 2 years ago?
Well, it was 2 back then.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, you're right, because Orton got it last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, that is so fucked up. And to lose to Del Rio?
He was pretty much out the door last time I checked.
I thought he was quit. Wasn't it rumored that he was going to quit anyway?
That's why I said about out the door.
I was just asking like is that official or not, but
it's not official, but it pretty much was his feelings about leaving WWE when his contract was up.
Yeah, so now Del Rio's in it. Yay!
Let's see what else is points from Raw. Oh yeah. The show opened up with Evolution coming out and Triple H sporting a shine. They're saying that the feud between the Shield is not over. Big Dave takes the mic, and Big Dave goes and says that he wants his title shot and he wants everything that Triple H promised him. Triple H said he would give everything he was promised, but the Shield comes first, and he won't get anything until that is done. In which Big Dave turns and says he understands and he quits. Again, what the fuck was Dave doing with that damn wave?
I was just being a smart ass saying bye.
Yeah.
That looked weird as fuck.
That did look bad.
It's like, he said, you know, it's just,
and then
I quit.
the Triple H threw in a jab at his movie career.
Get back here! What are you gonna do? Go back to Hollywood with your crappy movie?
Yeah, like Triple H can really talk.
Anybody on that, really, a lot of people on that roster can't really say shit about bad movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, ain't that right? Legendary. Ain't that right? Play Trinity. Ain't that right? Knucklehead.
Ooh, that was one I forgot.
You know?
The Chaperone.
And
The Chaperone, yeah.
I'm gonna say Leprechaun.
Oh my god.
I can't say a ton because the call was actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, I never saw. Yeah,
I can't dish the con out that we saw that was actually pretty good.
it was.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't dish that. And, See No Evil was pretty good too.
Yeah, I liked See No Evil. I did watch that. I kind of liked
I like
that.
too. And they're making a sequel.
Yeah. How in the world are they bringing the character back?
I don't know. They said it's gonna be like a different kind of story and all. It's got that girl from Halloween in it.
Okay.
Which
The one
one?
that played the little girl in the first Halloween movies, and
That's like back in the 80s. How old is she?
no, she's like 30 something now. She was in the teenage. She played one of the teenagers in the Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, brunette girl. So yeah, but I like all of them. I like See No Evil. I like The Call, and I'll give Cena that 12 rounds. I did like 12 rounds.
Do you like part 2?
I really wanted to because it had Orton in it. But the first one was better. But at least Orton got the cuss. So just like I like Marine 3 because it was way better and Miz got the cuss. But those were the only ones that were really good. Everything else sucked. Knucklehead sucked. Legendary sucked. I don't know. Has anybody seen the Triple H ones?
No,
I got it on my reserve for Netflix on stream.
What was it? The Chaperone?
No, the other one, the one with the one with the dude from Boston Public was in it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't want it. Inside Out, I think.
Yeah, that and the Edge movie.
Yeah. Oh, the Edge movie. I saw the Edge movie. That was kind of funny. There was so much of Jamie Kennedy I can take.
I can't say anything.
You know, if he's not Malibu's Most Wanted or Scream, I'm not that interested. That's just me. But yeah, so will anything else happen on Raw?
Yeah.
Besides the big thing.
Well, that was pretty much what I was getting into. So Triple H made a match between Orton and Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
The Shield came out and did a promo. Hunter comes out.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, it's all about Reigns.
Yeah. Hunter and Orton comes out and said that. I mean, not Orton, but Hunter comes out and said that hit.
Right quick, wasn't it gangster how Reigns just tossed that microphone like that?
Yeah.
I said, Orton, get down here so I can bring your ass down here so I can crack your jaw or whatever. He just tossed the mic behind him like,
Yeah.
Hey, man.
And so we get into Triple H said that he had a plan that it was last night was plan A and this is plan B.
There's always a plan B.
He's all that was.
And then Seth Rollins attacked Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose standing there like a dumbass, looking like, oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, we would all be shocked like that a little. I mean,
Yeah, but if you saw one of your friends hit somebody and you're just the one standing there, 9 times out of 10 tells you that you're gonna be next.
Yeah, like.
And
I
so,
mean, I know my mouth was open probably just as long as Ambrose's was. It was like,
and then Seth Rollins went on a tirade and he whooped them like they owe him money. I mean, he broke the freaking chair on both of those jokers.
Man, that's just.
And then Raw ends with Seth Rollins giving the chair to Orton, and Orton finished the job. Not before they showed Reigns' back, and then Seth Rollins standing with Orton and Batista. I mean, not Batista, but Triple H.
Wow.
Well, it's better than what people thought. I mean, people thought that Sheamus was going to join Evolution.
God, that would have been
you just
bad.
feel like this would have been, a lot of people thought they would have expected Ambrose to have done that. Which I guess might have been, now looking at it, might have been a little too obvious. But, hey, it shocked, so it did its job. And he thought about that, about Sheamus. I mean, I like Sheamus, but in Evolution, no.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the hell did you hear that?
Well, it was on the net. It was on the internet. It was rumored.
Yeah, it's rumored.
But yeah, that would suck.
That would have been bad. Yeah, that wouldn't have
What
worked.
would have been sucker, him or Titus O'Neil?
Oh, don't go there.
Ooh, what?
What?
Titus O'Neil, come on, man. That would have sucked.
He's trying, man.
I know, but
What, him in Evolution?
yeah,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
that would have been
I'm
terrible.
just saying, he's trying.
Triple H ain't gonna let no black dude in no Evolution.
Whoa, you said that.
we're on top
I
radio.
wasn't going there.
All right.
If we are going there, a black person would have helped.
Maybe, you know.
Yeah, hell, Kobe would have been great for that.
You know, if they were gonna bring a
Oh yeah, and for the love of God, can all you fanboys please stop saying Cena? I'm not Cena. My bad. CM Punk is gonna join the Shield.
Oh, they're begging the fanboys.
they want that so bad. Yeah, they're
It
pleading
is
for it.
not going to fucking happen. Stop.
I gotta bounce back to a thought. Now,
Yeah, you were gonna say something about it.
now, wait a minute. Now, knowing Triple H, you talk about Triple H would never let a black man into Evolution. I hold up now. If Vince has any say over it, I know exactly who they would bring in if they're going to bring a black person in, and that man's name is Bobby Lashley.
You're an asshole.
Man, no way. First of all, Bobby Lashley.
You know that.
First of all, Bobby Lashley's in a stable with
I know.
MVP.
I know. I just said, dude.
Big E, Tony Atlas, and Bobby Lashley in that group. My God.
I'm just throwing that out there, man. That's who they would put in there. That's who they would use.
All the listeners that are offended, please leave a comment for that kid about how you pissed off about that shit.
Keep in mind, our audience, keep in mind our host started it.
One of these days,
Him the hate mail.
Bobby
Speaking
Lashley.
of hate mail, I mean, go back to all the history of Triple H. Do you really think that was wrong for what I said? The way that he did Booker T, Shelton Benjamin, D'Lo Brown.
The NWO. Yeah. Triple H does have a thing about he does.
God, Miss D'Lo.
He does send.
Do you even need to bring up Crime Time?
Boy, the worst thing that ever happened with Crime Time is when they allowed him to talk. Oh, that was the biggest blunder.
It's Crime Time in Brooklyn, and then you hear him talking. Wasn't the new edition of Word?
Oh my God! It was one of the worst things ever because they were trying to. The worst thing is they were trying to recreate the gangsters, but you can't.
Go ahead, sing the theme song, kid.
You can't make
money.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
No.
Say that money. money.
It was bad.
Yeah.
You cannot create the gangsters in WWE. You just can't do
How
it.
are you gonna create gangsters in WWE?
Freaking, like,
That's stupid.
I remember, dude, that's what they were trying to do with Crime Time.
That's
I
like-
swear to God, that's what they're trying to do.
That's like WWE trying to turn the Divas into the WEW
Oh
women.
my God. When Crime Time, you need to find this promo, you need to find this shoot interview that New Jack did about Crime Time. Oh my God, it was great. It was, I listened to that thing about 3 times, man. I was laughing my ass. New Jack was dying, boy. New Jack was straight dying about this, man. It was hilarious. Boy.
But yeah, maybe that was my call to our loyal audience, maybe because I was suggesting Titus O'Neil. I'm just saying that would have been different, wouldn't it? Hey, I could have said Mark Henry, you know what I'm saying?
Oh God, that we don't need that.
But, you know, I just, give him some time to do. But, I'm fine with Seth Rollins, Why Seth? Why? And there's still fanboys begging Punk to. I don't know. Those are a more fickle group, the WWE fanboys or the comic book fanboys.
I don't know. They're equally fickle, and
I mean, they just. It's just like Punk's too busy crying about the Blackhawks blowing it. I mean, really? No, he's too busy crying about that. He can give a shit about joining the Shield.
It's
What
like,
the fuck he crying about? He got AJ.
yeah. What's he got to cry? He got freaking. You got AJ Lee. It's like,
you got AJ.
you got the biggest trophy wife and like.
Fuck your
He's crying
Blackhawks.
about the Blackhawks, and do we even need to talk about the Cubs?
Oh God.
Fuck the Cubs. You that stupid believing in a team that sucks ass and get a chance to try to win and you still suck, and that's your own fault.
That's true. But yeah, you really shouldn't cry that much. And
But then again, I'm a Braves fan, so
Oh.
yeah, damn straight. Wait, is my wife here? No, damn straight.
Double entendre.
But hey, maybe we're wrong. Maybe this, we will be surprised and see CM Punk wearing the all black and walking through the crowd and saying stuff about being the hounds of justice and whatnot.
CM Punk has become like.
you know what
this,
happened when he joined Nexus, and you really gonna tell me that's gonna be
Hey,
bad?
that wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the
He
thing.
could have
Like,
made that thing work.
the fans are CM Punk has become like this wrestling messiah that everybody's waiting to return. He's gonna come down on a cloud sent by the Macho Man Randy Savage, and he's gonna save the story of WWE. Come on, guys, it's not the freaking Rapture. Like CM Punk it will come back when he feels like coming back.
Again, leave all your hate comments to CK in the comment section, please.
If you're offended by what I said, you're a loser.
You know what I think the deciding factor is if he's ever coming back or not is AJ.
Yeah.
I think when she's ready to come back, then he'll think about it, but this time it's the agenda. Probably after they get married.
Yeah, maybe give some time,
Because I think AJ is going to be the deciding factor if he does or doesn't.
That's
I know. I miss him too, but he's not joining the Shield.
No, I know that's not going to happen.
Now, will they get a third member?
I think they have to, since it's Seth, Orton, and Triple H. Unless Triple H is going to sit on the sidelines for a while.
And then the next question is, who's going to be the third guy?
I'm going to make a wild call on this.
Okay. Be careful with those wild calls.
I know, but if I were WWE and I was trying to get somebody to join the Shield and I needed somebody that's unexpected, you would really only need turn to some of the people who are going to turn up as free agents. So, I mean, heaven knows you have the option of you need a new high flyer. You need somebody daring like Seth Rollins maybe to fill a spot. AJ's in Japan. AJ gets done. His title run will be over. Those things in relatively quickly. Call AJ Styles. Call Samoa Joe. Get somebody to replace the spot. These guys are tired over there, man.
They too old, and B,
yeah, they are. But
and two, they been in TNA too much, and Triple H
Get
already said they
get
ain't
Sami Zayn. Get Sami Zayn.
Triple H already said that they ain't gonna put anybody from TNA on the roster.
Well, if they're not going to do that, then they need to go ahead and just get the former El Generico. They need to get him in there.
Jimmy Khan.
Yeah, they need.
Adrian Neville.
He'd be good too. He'd be really good. Just one of those two.
If you're just gonna look at.
I was just talking in terms of something unexpected. Like it would be interesting. I mean, AJ's old, but he's still moving pretty good. But if you're looking at like in company, then yeah, those would be good picks. Like in company, yeah, those would be good picks.
Yeah, sadly you won't do that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, or you could, surprise us all together and pull up one of the girls from NXT and bring them in. Let them be like this kind of character. Like,
you just want to see some women fight some men, don't you?
No, I just think there needs to be one. I think we need one warrior. I think we need one girl, one brave girl to get out there. It's always good to have one. It's always good to have one good one in there. Like, I've always been I've been praying for them to move Natalia up. They're not going to do it. She's skilled enough to do it, and it would go over. Like, it's just, I just think she can wrestle really good.
I just think it probably won't happen, but from one high flyer to another, Gabriel.
Oh, that's a dream. That's
Rollins and Ambrose. Reigns and Ambrose.
That's a dream for us. I mean, do you think that's going to happen, Pierre?
I will start praying if it's possible.
If it happens, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with that. I would love that to happen. Don't
let this guy be the waste. Don't let the whole time I see
they've wasted so much.
Freaking Shark Week.
That's a dream.
You know that I saw that. You know that one channel does Shark Week. That's the last time I seen him on TV.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah, Discovery Channel. He was talking about sharks. True fucking story.
Man.
Yeah, that'd be my dream guy right there to join Shield would be Gabriel.
I'm with you on that. That would be cool.
BD.
What?
If you had to, who would be the third guy for you?
I don't know. Maybe who was that dude that fight Cesaro in the NXT?
Oh, Sami Zayn?
Yeah, maybe.
Sami Zayn, yeah. I never got the pronunciation right. Sami Zayn.
It's spelled Z-A-H-N, isn't it?
Yeah, I love his matches against Cesaro. They're just excellent.
No, they were fantastic.
Those are some of the best matches in a while, man.
He should be, or if he's not going to be the third shit guy, at least let him be next. Like, start the promo videos with him.
Yeah, let's do something with him. Like, let's not just let him sit and rot.
After Rose and Bo-lieve, you need to let him be the next guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tired of trying to be a Rose, but still being a lemon.
Wow. That was it.
We haven't brought him up yet, so I had no choice.
That was good. That was all right.
Thank you very much. Holiday time.
Well, on that note, that'll be it for True Threat today. I'd like to thank California Kid for joining me. And
happy birthday, California Kid.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, coming up 30.
And thank you, Pike.
Thank you for having me. I love you all, and I am 30, you punk.
Yeah, and I'm 31, so suck on that.
We weren't going to say nothing, baby, but okay.
Whatever. And thank you for joining us. Leave a comment, subscribe.
Tell your friend.
We'll see you later.
Later.
Peace.